Everybody here on the live, thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Can we hold 67? Come on, Bitcoin.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you, babe?
Hey, no, seriously, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, bringing that energy and that love and the vibrational frequencies, man, the positive vibrational frequencies, right? Some people have negative vibration. No. But seriously, let's bring it up. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We love you. We appreciate you. And we care about you. Look at all the people that said salamander. Salamander. Wow, we're going to... Okay. Chilling by the salamander heater at work. Okay. I like it. I see who actually did the due diligence. I like it a lot. That means a lot to me. Shout out to all the people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Ooh, let's take a look at the trade. It didn't go well. Dang, down 160. So good, though. We made good money this week. We can handle a 160, but damn, man, that was a beautiful flag. I didn't like the curving of the 21. I do have to say, when I looked at it, I said, man, the 21 curving is not a good sign. I like it to curve up, not curve down. You see what I'm saying? That little indication told me to be sketchy, and I did give a NASDAQ trade that actually tanked, but I didn't see the 1 minute, so I messed up. I didn't see the 1 minute head and shoulder. Had I seen that, might have said hold off, right? Because you could see that's the short right there. Anyway, different ways to trade. Some people trade ICT and look for or you could just take a right shoulder to the downside. You don't have to be a genius. You know what I mean? But anyway, I saw it as a beautiful flag on the 5 minute time frame. Looked very tight on the NASDAQ. And they just completely, that's a really nice consolidation. I'll trade that 10 times out of 10. And I'll lose that trade because I only got to read 3 out of 10. And these usually win way more than that. So I'll take that dump. But they just dumped the NASDAQ and Bitcoin. Let's kind of take a look at the bigger picture. And I did take a shot. I don't like Thursdays. I'll tell you that. Thursdays are not my favorite day to trade. But it looked okay. And I felt like, we were done with the Jane Strip manipulation. But it looks like, 10 o'clock. There's the dump again. Like every single day. And we were talking about this today. It came out of the news. It's actually speculative news. I'm not saying it's actual news, but it's speculative news. It's our news. And we own the news. You know what I mean? It's kind of what we say and what we go over. So we run the news out here. It's interesting. I asked for this and now it's disappeared. That's a bit strange. Let me go into Grok on my phone. But I asked Grok an important question earlier today. Yeah, I said, what happened to James Street? So the firm was sued on February 23rd in federal court in Southern District of New York. The lawsuit comes from Todd Snyder, the court-appointed administrator winding down Terraform Labs, the company behind 2022 Terra Luna collapse. Insider trading using non-public information from Terraforma insiders to front-run trades. This allegedly allowed Jane Street to avoid over $200 million in losses and contributed to hastening the $40 billion Terra ecosystem implosion. The complaint names Jane Street co-founder Rob Granieri and employees Brian Pratt and Michael Huang. Jane Street has dismissed the claims as desperate and baseless, and a transparent attempt to extract money. The case is ongoing and unproven, However, it spotlighted the fact that traders have long time accused them of running algorithms that systematically dump Bitcoin around 10 a.m., just like you're seeing right now at exactly 10:10. Bitcoin dumped at exactly 10 a.m. This reportedly pattern allegedly pushed prices lower, liquidated retail positions, and allowed accumulation at discounts, often tied to Jane Street's larger holdings in Bitcoin. Notably, many claim this daily 10 a.m. dump stopped right after the lawsuit spread February 23rd to 24th, coinciding with a sharp Bitcoin rally up. Again, this is very speculative. I'm not saying this is true. All right. Very, very speculative. All right. But these dumping manipulation claims are unproven from traders and analysts, not part of a formal lawsuit, which focuses on the 2022 Terra events. But in short, they were sued days ago for dumping Bitcoin. The suit is about the 2022 insider trading to Terra. The Bitcoin dump theories are community-driven and amplified by lawsuits' timing, contributing to recent price sentiment shifts. So, it's up to you whether you believe it or not. I think it's true, but there's no guarantees of proving it, and I don't know for sure. So it is what it is. We'll go from there. Can we hold the 200 moving average? Can I still win the trade? We'll see. Let's do our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. NASDAQ taking a beat down on a thirsty Thursday. Interesting. Let's take a look at what's happening here on the bigger time frames and whittle our way down. Shout out to everybody here, and I'm going to pick somebody who said the word. I won't say the word, but who said the word. And if you said the word, I'm going to pick you. somebody, and you're going to get hooked up, right? Funny, look at all these awesome people that watch the update. Everything is fake news these days. Yeah, markets are rigged. Shock. No, that doesn't matter that the markets are rigged. I put in an X post about it. I said, the elite never truly desired to regulate crypto because they're happy fleecing retail with blatant manipulation. The key is no matter how manipulative they are, TA still shows their footprints. If you stick to only TA and forget the narrative, you will see the story. Most will never see. I mean, that's such and this is how I'm showering lately. I bought this on Amazon, right? And I have to put this on before I get in the shower. It's insane. It's just crazy. But yeah, Jane Street all over X, as you can see clearly. And hey, we'll see. You never know. It's better to call it out, even if it's fake or not fake. At least put them on the spotlight, right? But wow, what a morning. What a nasty morning. Nice flag that did not prevail. We knew we were coming back to the 21, but can we get a nice little flag in continuation? You had the inverted head and shoulder. You broke through. Can we continue, or is this just a bigger dump? And that's kind of what everybody is trying to figure out. That's why I'm done. I'm not, I'm only going heavy spot DCA. I'm not opening up large leverage positions at the apps. I don't try to catch the absolute bottom. I try to call the bottom spot. But you have to be honest, you could catch the bottom perfectly in leverage, and they'll just wick you out and flip it back to the upside. So you could get the direction perfectly right and still lose boatloads of money. In spot, when you get the direction right, you don't lose any money. You see what I'm saying? Like, you win. And so I'm just a long-term spot Bitcoin guy. That's how I made most of my money. I guess I got lucky. I don't know how it worked. You know what I mean? I got into Bitcoin earlier than most. I could figure it out before most people did. However that happened, I don't know. Was God giving me insight? Was I a smarter kid? Did I understand math? I don't know. Did I just take a shot and have the guts to go for it? I don't know, honestly. I don't know why I was able to see it earlier than most. But that really was, but I was already into trading. You have to understand, I got into trading, 10 years before I knew what Bitcoin was, and started playing around with stocks and started buying gold and silver, started trading. I was getting myself ready for Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? And I always go into that idea, just push yourself into something new, into something different. I got myself into trading. I never knew I'd have a YouTube channel. I never knew that I would be, become the voice of crypto, so to speak. I never knew any of this stuff would happen to me. All I did was I believed in the charts. I was a young kid that believed in the charts in his 20s, man. Just like a lot of you right now. Imagine that. You could end up being somewhere like me. You could end up becoming one of the biggest juggernauts in the industry, or in any industry, or whatever industry you're in. Maybe it's not trading. Maybe you're a car salesman. Maybe you want to run your own dealership. Maybe you want to make your own car. Maybe you want to compete with Tesla. Maybe you want to come out with your own projects. So I hope to inspire everybody here to go after their dreams. That's what this show is all about, is to go after your dreams, to put your best foot forward, to look your best every day, to feel your best every day, and to become your best every single day. That's the key. That's the glory that we're all going for, right? That's what I'm looking for. That's what I would like to have. And if I can inspire you to do that, to go after your dreams and make it happen, then I believe I've done my job in this world, in this place that I'm in. I'm lighting a candle. I'm seeing if it can light. I don't know, though. It's like I got to get the wax away from the wick, There we go. No. Oh, come on, baby. Stay lit for me, baby. Stay lit. There she goes. Oh, no. All right, I got to get over it. I have OCD. Like, something doesn't happen, I have to stay on it until it happens. It's like, it's not going. We'll have to figure that out later. But, so right now, the monthly could end up could bottom here, but we got to wait for March to close a green candle next to a red one. Really, that's it. So we got some time to wait. 2-week chart at least starting to form, but we needed to rip back up and then turn into a green. Like, that's just what we have to have. This was green earlier today. It was looking really good. Actually, it was green from last night on. It was actually looking like we might get a real reversal on the weekly. It looked pretty good. And then no, we got pulled back earlier today pretty fast, bouncing off the 21 there. Let's go further down to the 5-day. The 5-day actually had a tweezer bottom. It's the first candle green next to a red one since here. Since December of 27. Actually, right there, I get January 11th. But it's been a long time since the 5-day closed. Had a green candle that was going to even begin to close next to a red one. This could be a possible reversal there. We got to watch that. And then here we are on the 3-day chart. The only thing about the 3-day is it just, I don't know, it looks more like a bear flag to me that's just kind of forming. We'll meet the 21 and we'll continue to dump. So right now I assume we're in a flag, we're forming a bear flag. I assume why? Because my mentor taught me to trade inside of the trend. And whatever the trend is, you stay in it until you see a reversal, something on a smaller time frame. So right now I'm assuming we're just going to end up doing this and dump further down to about 46,000. So I'm assuming we're going lower. I won't open up a short until I see us break like the 200 on the 1 hour or the 15, something like that. But right now I'm assuming that we are going to go lower for Bitcoin, right? Somewhere down to 45,000. Test the double bottom here at 60K. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure. I'm assuming that until the bulls can show me something different. And here we are again, kind of with the same idea here on the daily time frame. And let me kind of show you what I see happening on the daily. The daily is my go-to. Gives me so much insight. I love the daily. And I do this every single day in case you're new to the channel. I do what's called a top-down analysis for Bitcoin, where I break down Bitcoin and show you what I see happening. You know, and honestly, that kind of looks, if you got rid of this and you X this out like it never happened, this crazy manipulative move here, and you just acted like we did this, it does look like it's going to make a bear flag and go further to the downside, folks. That's just what looks likely to me. Yesterday, there was a chance it was starting to look somewhat bullish, like we could get a reversal. And this has kind of been the manipulation. I'm like getting used to it. They make it look bullish, make it look bearish, make it look bullish, make it look bearish, make it look bullish, make it look bearish, fake out, fake down, fake in, fake out, bear, bear trap, bull trap, like. And so just trading the smaller time frames day by day as a day trader has been the safest way to trade. You think you got the right direction, you got a nailed short, they spike you up. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. I'll even show you yesterday how the short looks so obvious, and then they like yesterday on the 1 hour. They took this red next to the green, that was a short, and then they wicked that up to stop anybody out that tried to short that. And then they ran, again, it comes back to the 21-day moving average. Every time you're away, short back to the 21. And again, I knew we were coming back to the 21, but now we're attempting to test the 200. Now it looks ugly. Oh, man. Can't stand when price action looks like it's going to be beautiful, sets up so nice, and then ends up just like kind of falling off into something ugly. It's upsetting to me because, I think I get OCD when I see a nice pattern and it looks nice. It's exciting to me. I'm like, oh, wow, that looks good. So this is what I see happening for Bitcoin, all right? We had closed a monster green candle outside of the pattern. This candle opened another green candle. It looked like we were ripping again. So this had wicked back down. This next candle closed. It was green last night. Looking like you were going to get a continuation possibly out of the channel. And I saw the 1 minute above the 200 is everything that I study, that I've back tested for years on every other asset in the world, and it looked beautiful to me. And then boom, they brought it right back down this morning. I'm now down in my swing trade 190, right? 180. So we'll see. We'll see. Still can't believe how they dumped the NASDAQ that fast out of the flag too. So they both took a beat down today. The NASDAQ and Bitcoin, meaning did the dollar get a jump? Right? Ripping them like Hogan. Yeah, every stock and assets are dumping right now. That's why Bitcoin is dumping. Yeah, Bitcoin below 66 in the next 2 hours. Possibly we'll flip it upside down and look. So right now, that's a tweezer top. Anytime a red candle closes next to a green one with major wicking, it's bearish to me. So I would assume this never left the pattern and now it's going to leave it again. I've seen this before. They fake it out and then they pump it. I have seen this exact stuff before a few times in my life, so it won't be the first time. So that's a bearish sign for me right now. Maybe it can hold the trend line, but that looks bearish to me. One thing you could say is this is the trend line. It's coming back to the bottom of the channel. Okay, but why did you skip this area? That's why I don't do that. I don't skip trend line. You can't go here to here and say that didn't get touched. Doesn't make sense to me. So it was a bear trap. They ripped it to the upside. Anyone who thought they could get in. So everyone who ran everyone got in on that was a dump. Looked like it was a daily was going to continue to dump. This might be the good entry on the short now. With a stop below the wick and just using tweezer tops. I'm not touching it right now. I don't feel an edge right now, so I'm sitting tight right now for a second. Yeah, that was a tweezer top. It would have failed rally this morning. Same with the 8 hour, same with the 4 hour. 4 hours looking like it was in a beautiful flag. 4-hour actually looked pretty dang good. It had been a long time since the 4-hour started to consolidate like that. So possibly you could get one of these and still stay bullish. Get the 21 to curve up into price action. You got to get a bounce right here and get sideways. That would be a possible trade. It looks like it could take 16 to 12 hours to give us that entry. I don't think I'm going to get it right now. Previous resistances, support were tighter inside the zone above the 21. Tight price action, we usually pump up to the 200. I was expecting us to get rejected by the 200 moving average. At least head up to 70,000, 71K here. Very manipulative, like, because I've been backtesting this stuff for years, and I know what kind of happens. And when things happen in a way that you're not used to seeing them happen, it's kind of strange, right? Again, I always say to everyone, you never know. Anything could happen. Have a stop loss. And I'm adamant about that. We're still inside the trade. I want to make that clear. Stop loss was below the 200 moving average. They haven't gotten us yet. The chance that we could win. But I mean, come on. This was starting to be a beautiful fly. Like, how many times? Like, that's the 21 touching above the 200. Either they're manipulating. Either I've taught my sauce to too many people, and too many people are doing the same thing. But about a lot of people would have traded that flag. Most people would have put their stops in here, though, not below the 200 like we would. See? So now we need to see an inverted head and shoulder to save the day. We need shoulder, head, right shoulder. We need to get the pump back here to the upside. 75, 440. Right? Yeah. I don't change my mind. I just trade whatever I see, Lonely Toe. Yeah, that's what you don't understand. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. I don't change my mind. I'm just here every day trading whatever I see. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not telling. I make the trade. See, I don't know what's going to happen. You're right. I'm always in between. I'm a chess player playing chess, bro. You hit it spot on. See, Lonely Toe, what you don't understand is exactly what you just said. See, I think you're a beginner trader, or maybe 2 to 3 years and so you're going to think an expert trader or someone that does it all the time is a flip-flopper. An expert trader is simply just someone that waits for their time. Like I've watched the price action and I've been bullish, bearish, like this could be the 1 minute right now. If this was the 1 minute, I'd be like, all right. If it comes up and makes the right shoulder, I'm long. But if it goes down here, I'm not. So like, I don't know. I'm bullish, I'm bearish, I'm bullish, I'm bearish. It makes this, boom, I see the completion. I see the 21. It stays, boom, I hit the trade, right? But I don't make that trade until the moment I see it. So you got to be able to pivot when the markets do something different 100%. Yeah, like, so Lonely Toe, what you don't understand, you just made a really good point. You made my point. And someone that's been trading a long time can pivot way quicker than a beginner trader. So it's going to look like flip-flopping to you. It's not. It's literally, I don't know what's going to happen today. You're acting like I know what the market's going to do today. I have no clue. I have no idea. They make it look bullish and bearish every 5. I just showed you they closed a green candle below next to a red one, which is a bullish engulfer, which 80% of the time gives you a bullish move. I'm just telling you what the probabilities are. Lately, the probabilities have been off, right? Yeah. You get wrecked if you can't change your mind when you see market change 100%. I get it, friend. I play both sides to however you open a trade. They say they might go down. I see my pattern going up. Oh, wait, maybe down. It just seems like you're not confident in your trades. I'm 100%. How am I not confident in my trades? I made $6,000 in 3 days. You know what I mean? I made $4,000 on Sunday. If that's not confident, I put my money where my mouth. Anyway, I'm done. I'm not going to get into it. I don't have to. I don't really have to. I don't have to. I don't actually owe you any explanation at all, sad to say. I'm nice enough to even consider answering you. But anyway, I just watched the 1 minute for the 1 hour. You understand up, down, up, down. Exactly. Yeah. Anything could happen. Winning is a lesson, never a loss. Amen. Yeah, exactly. Those people don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you've watched me for years, and heck, hey, I'll be open-minded. I've been trading for 5 years. I might have a month where I trade horribly. Let's be honest. Like, it could happen to me. You know, listen, I've been trading 20 years. I started hardcore 12 years ago. Yeah, there might be a 30-day period where I freaking lose every trade of my life, but then there might be a 4-month period where I just dominate the market too. So I understand that my trading career is a long one, and every day that someone's here is just a moment in time, and that's all I could do, right? Blessings for Brazil, my friend. Thank you for the hard and good work. God bless you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm in pain right now. My knee is hurting bad. My knee hurts way worse than the leg. The knee it's sick of being twisted all the time, and it's getting irritated. And my knee don't like it, man. My knee don't like it. I'm going to take my ginger beet right now to keep me going. This is Ginger Beet Super Shop. All right. Ginger and beet together. Let's go. Oh, that tastes great. That's amazing. The markets change every second. Yeah. Punishing late longs before the next leg up. It's possible. I just want to see us not lose this 200. Man, this looked good to me. The 21 was touching. We're in a flag above the 200. We were front running the Golden Cross. Like, it is Thursday, though. Thursdays are sketchy, especially low volume Thursdays. You have to be careful. So this is where we stand. We just did our top down for the monthly all the way back down. Again, the smaller time frames will give you the sauce with a 1 minute loss to 200 moving average. Right? And look, there was a bit of a head and shoulder pattern here forming for Bitcoin, just like there was in the NASDAQ on the 1 minute. They formed a head and shoulder pattern. They rejected the 200 moving average. They bearishly retested it. They dropped it to the downside, right? If you just trade the 1 minute, the 5 minute time frame, lost the 200 moving average inside the flag, you know, kind of shoulder heady. Kind of looks like a descending triangle there, right? Boom, boom, and it ripped down. Definitely looks like market manipulation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But it just looks like they stopped out whoever took the trade. You could, I mean, that it's like pretty obvious to me. Oh, no, we're not going to let you win that one. But let's stick to my strategies. Let's see if the 200 moving average can hold us down. 15 minute also got completely fleeced on that move. Look at that. Bit of a shoulder, head and shoulder. You can see how this did resemble a descending triangle, you see? It's kind of notified that we could get the move down. I wanted to just trade the 1 hour and not be so, some days I'm really introspective. I nail every time frame. And some days I just want to let the 1 hour play out, man. And today I try to be more lackadaisical about it and not stare at every single time frame, which usually gives me an edge. And bang, lo and behold, boom. Some days you have it in you to go so hard on every single time frame, over analyze. And some days you're just like, man, come on. Just give me my 1 hour time frame and let me trade, baby. Right? Yeah, have you tried L-arginine for healing your tissue combined with your collagen? No, thank you. I'll look into that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So we got to make sure that we don't lose this 200 right now. We got to get a bounce. We're going to wait for the 1 hour to close at green candle next to a red one here in 20 minutes. Then that could possibly be an entry with a stop below like these wicks here. These wicks here. Resistance. Let's see if this can hold. We have a lot of chop here too as well. So this is what we're looking for. We're still seeing if we can shoulder, head, shoulder, win this trade. It might not play out till tonight, right? And so, look, I didn't get stopped out yet. I'm still inside the trade. There's my stop loss right there sitting at 66,362. And we'll go from there. Today, the unemployment rate came in at 8.30. It was less than forecast. A little higher than previous, but less than forecast. A lot of people are getting into AI. So what we're going to see now is we're going to see no loss in revenue, or maybe even an edge in revenue and a loss in unemployment. See, this is the first time we're going to see indications. This is the first time in our lifetime we have another worker that's not the worker, that can replace the worker. And that can also increase revenue. So we can have lower unemployment and higher revenue for the first time in history. And that can also skew these numbers. I'm interested to see how that affects the markets, because the markets can't react the same way to the information. You see, they can for only so long. And this is why we're in unprecedented times. 24/7 CME, the stock market will be tokenized, I believe, by 2028. It'll be 24/7 as well. You got the Texas Stock Exchange coming out, right? You got a lot of options here to trade, man. Right? Sam, you should look into peptides. BBC15, yeah, I've been having them. They will heal you very fast. Might not be your cup of tea, though. I know you're more of a natural path type. I've been taking BBC 157 and TB 500. I've been spraying it in the mouth, though. Should I be injecting it? Or is the spraying okay? Right? We'll see here. I just want to see what it is. Let me see here. This guy said, my name is Bubba. I work in United Multi. I have 2 buildings for sale, 10 units, and blah, blah, blah. I'm wondering if you wanted to expand your footprint. Brings in about $19,000 a month currently. And the NY on it is 170, a little over 170,000. So if you're interested, please give me a call back. Interesting. He found out I own a building there, so he's like, you want to expand your footprint in that area? It's so funny, man. Send it life where Jesus loves all of you. Stay blessed, homies. Peptides are naturally found in the body. I like it. Yeah, so the peptides, what they do is they just kind of shake up the peptides that you already got. Wow, this is a nasty dump for the NASDAQ, man. Crazy. Back below 25. Bitcoin recovering quicker. I like it. I like it. We're still inside this trade. The bounce off the 200 makes sense. We should be getting one of these. You know what I mean? Something kind of like this. Not the best, but I'm building what I would desire to see into today. Something like this. And everyone, I would ask one more week without screen share just because my leg hurts so bad. Sitting there for an extra hour every day. Like, I lay on the couch and stuff. But if I could just have one more week of no screen share, I'm so sorry to people that probably are like, dang, man. I learned so much the last 2 years of the 99. Time to go hard and time to go easy. And times to just observe the charts. Thank you, Sam and Master Friend. Amen. Amen. We'll know exactly when to go real hard. This was looking like one of those times, I have to be honest. It looked really good to me. It looked like it was a really good time to go hard. So I went hard. You know, we'll see what, I mean, not hard, but you know what I mean? Like, I was like, come on. Let's make $1,000 today on this one scalp. Compra al yado. Say par macho mesmo. Yeah. Please recover fully the best you can. Yeah, I'm going to sleep. 12 o'clock at night. I'm doing everything I can. So earlier today at 11 o'clock, we're going to do something cool. I do an update every single morning. And I put a little Easter egg in that update. I'm not going to tell you where, but I said something in that update. And if you watch the update, you know what I said, and then you know what to do. And if you did it, I'm going to look for you here in the chat. And at 11 o'clock, I'm going to hook somebody up. All right? We're going to hook somebody up with a pretty cool, you know, high volume, low velocity, consistently great rehab for anything. Okay. Get better soon, Sammy. No worries for the screen share. Thank you. And I'm very sorry about that, everyone. But I will be back next week. Mark my words. Once I get these stitches out, man, and I find out where my leg is at, and I finally can like go and take a shower, and like, it's gonna change how I feel about everything, man. I've been battling it. It hasn't been easy for me at all. I'll be honest with everybody. At all. No way. Let's see if is there a scalp on the smaller time frame too as well? Let's take a look. We're getting the bounce. Let's watch that 1 minute, that 3 minute time frame. This is BitTenX. I like the scalp on BitTenX. It's a fun place to be. We got to wait some time. We're pretty below the 200, which means we're extended on the low side, actually, right? Like, you know what I mean? A little bit of bull div there, too. As this swings down, this swings up on the RSI, you see? See, there's a little bit of bullish divergence there. That definitely swings up. That swings down sharply. That's a bull div. Again, what I do is I wait for us to get above the 200, wait for the 21 to cross, and boom, we're ready to go to the upside, okay? I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I would like it to stay above the 200 moving average. If it loses the 200 on the 1 hour, I'm going to close my trades, sit tight, and reset. I may even have to end up shorting the market later on today if that's what's going to happen. So it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. All right. Shout out to my traders, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. You people are awesome. I'd be nowhere without each and every one of you. I'm so appreciative of my community. No, because seriously, I could be a good trader and a profitable trader, but nobody would do much for me. You know what I mean? When you have the community, 100,000 subscribers, and you go places, people are like, oh, there's that guy with 100,000 subs. So like, you people subbed to me, you created this lifestyle, you helped me, God gave it to me, you gave it to me, whatever. I just want to say thank you to everybody. I'll never, ever, 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 ever forget that my community is what got me where I'm at today. Never. Never, never. And I'll never disrespect you. I'll never shill garbage coins on you. All I will do is give you the stuff that I use. These are exchanges I use. If you use them, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? That's about it. It's pretty simple stuff, right? Nice little bounce here for Bitcoin. Can we get it? Is the question. And so this is kind of where we sit. It looks like a manipulated stop hunt. But look, if you use your stops where I do, you're still in the money. You didn't get stopped out, which is crazy, right? That's what's interesting about it. You gotta love it. And man, I got this. Look, I'm about to massage my back right here. This is so amazing. Little back massage, little heat. I still can't believe this. Then a little vent on the butt. It's like, wow. Seriously. What did he just say? Vent on the what? No, but seriously. I'm still in the trade too. God bless you, man. Long the tweezer bottom on the 15. In the money. I like it. I like it. You're doing what you got to do to survive, man. So, all right, moving forward. So we got Bitcoin and then the NASDAQ taking a beat down. We're going to take a look at the NASDAQ. That was the trade I gave yesterday. And then this trade here too in the flag. Both of them did play out nice. They gave it all back though. That's crazy. That flag looked good to me. I didn't do a top-down analysis in my defense. I might have seen something. I just kind of saw Bitcoin look good and looked like the NASDAQ was going to rip up with Bitcoin. Thought we were going to get a double rippage this morning and everything was going to go my way. I was going to show up to the live stream and everything was going to be pumping. And I was going to be like, look, there it is, you know. It's crazy. Every day I have to come and I gotta answer to the public. It's a great life in a way. It keeps you very like you gotta answer to what you said the day before. You said it was, you know, you longed in the group this morning. What happened to the long, Sam? Right? And I wish I was perfect. I wish I hit 100% of my trades, but what I can do is show up every single day and help you through these markets. You saw how many people were on my stream when the day we were dumping. It was like 1,600 people here. People didn't know where to go. They didn't know what to do. The market was dumping. They came to the Crypto Lifer live stream, right? Because they know no matter what, we're going to be here, folks. You're going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're all going to be here together just making it happen. And so we sit and wait right now for a green candle to close next to a red one on the 1 hour time frame. We do not want to lose the 200 moving average here on the 1 hour time frame. This is it. And this may take, you know, you could hit shift and this may take a day. This may take 23 hours. And maybe tomorrow around 2 o'clock before anything actually happens, right? So remember, trading is waiting. You know, someone put out a post recently, you know, Bitcoin makes its biggest moves in 10 days. And then it sits for hundreds of days. And then it makes a big move in 10 days. And then it sits for hundreds of days. Like Bitcoin's moves are very small in a very small time frame. Right? Exactly. So do you keep your meme AI on MXC? You were bullish on it all the way down. You still hold it because on my messages you chose to ignore them. You used to reply to me. I actually don't ignore everybody. I just don't. I can't see. You're not. No offense. This is going to sound horrible, but I love you all. But I can't specifically see every single person's comment. Right? There's a lot of comments. They keep coming in. It's impossible for me to keep up with all of them. It's a coincidence if I end up seeing your comment. If I saw your comment more than once, it was a coincidence. You got lucky. Now you think that I don't read it. It's because I don't like you. You actually were just getting lucky that I was seeing the comment every time. You see what I mean? You got to change your thought process to a positive thought process. No one's out to get you. I'm not here to forget you. I love you. I'm a positive guy. My mom was good to me. My mom told me she loved me every day, man. I was, you know, my dad was here, you know, whatever. I went through a little bit of this and that, but both my parents told me they loved me every day of my life. You know, I got love all the time. I'm not a victim of a victim trying to hurt nobody. Right? Yeah. Read it if you like me. See that? Okay, thank you. Just check it, dude. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, still holding it, or is it dead? I have some. Honestly, all that stuff is speculative crap, like speculative coins that are like, you know what I mean? When the market was going well, I took a shot at them. Like, who knows? I think I still own some meme AI in my trade, but like, you know, do I think about it? Do I care about it? Do I actually? No. Could I have made a mistake buying meme AI? Maybe I did. Who knows? Right? That's why I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I enjoy and benefit from seeing the failed setups. The 1 hour touch of the 21 on the retrace flag over the 200 low Stokes. Look perfect. Top me the charts. Can snap with irrational 100%. I even said to my trade, I had a feeling because the 21 was curving. I had an eerie feeling. I wrote, we may all get stopped out and have a plan. I wrote, have a plane, right? It's so crazy how that does that. Have a plan. Anything can happen. The odds look good, but always have a stop loss. But So I did not like the way the 21 was curving. It threw me for a little bit of a loop there. When the 21 curves, it tells me, the 21 should just be pushing up and ready to move out. Started to curve, that told me something fishy was going on. Yeah. Greetings from Connecticut, Karen and Fidel. God bless Karen and Fidel. We love you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I've been watching Sam for years. This guy is a rock star in crypto trading. Take the guidance and do your own research to make your own decision. Much love from Tampa. Thank you so much. That's the thing. People have been watching me for a long time. I remember that one day I started trying to justify myself in my mind. Said, Sam, people have watched you for 5 years now, man. They know what you're good at, what you do, and what you don't do, right? Shout out to my Connecticut people, Karen and Fidel. We love you, man. That's so nice of you to kind of show up, say your names, and say hi. That means a lot to me. It really is. I'm a people person, man. I love connecting to the people. Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening. I love Salamander. We call it Daljovic at BG. So funny. And he threw in the super chat, man. I feel like I have to give it to you because you gave the super chat. You know what I mean? So I guess because you gave the super chat, I guess I got to hook you up. You went above and beyond. You watched the update. So what I did is at the end of the update, I said a word. I said salamander. I said whoever says the word salamander will be open to getting hooked up with the live. So my travel guy, we're going to hook you up. $100, bro. Email us today from this email and we'll send you Tether, whatever you like, probably Tether, or we'll give you a month free in the group, whatever you want, let us know. But you just earned yourself 100 beans, man, by doing the right thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It feels good to give back. Hey, Sam, I love and respect from India. I used to live in NC. God bless you, man. That's cool. Hey, I love and respect from... Okay, another... Yeah, same thing. Okay. I read it twice. God bless you. So we're sitting here. It's low volume, which means things shouldn't get too crazy. But it is a Thursday. And, we'll see where it goes, right? Thursday's a little slower. By 2 o'clock on Thursday, things get real slow. I'll tell you that right now. Usually the market starts to dry up. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking for 14-hour consolidation to possibly give us a pump into Saturday night. Otherwise, this collapse down breaks the 200. I almost see it maybe this is a shoulder. This becomes a bigger head, shoulder, and that ends up dumping us. I'll be honest, the daily doesn't look too good. The smaller time frames really need to show up and prove right now and get us out of these ruts. It's really what it comes down to. Okay. So we've done a top-down analysis for Bitcoin. I've showed you my live trades that I got cooking right now that are underwater. But so what? We'll see what happens. And we'll go from there. Sammy, my 15-year-old son Caleb is ready to start learning from you, brother. We follow you since 2020. Can you give him a shout out? That's amazing. See? This guy, the Rolling Roadshow. So people bring their kids to my stream, man. And to me, that lets me know that God is on my side. People bring their children to watch my stream, their young sons or their growing adolescent sons. 15-year-old Caleb. Caleb, we love you, man. Keep listening to your dad. He sounds like a great guy. Look, he gave $19 to someone else, so your dad's a giving person. So you're blessed because you got a giving person as your father. He's not afraid to give. That means he's able to receive. That means he's a loving man. And he wants to bring you into what he's doing. He's a great dad, man. Caleb, I love you. I hope your dad and you go to the moon together, man. I hope you get to buy your dad his dream house one day with your trading career, man. Or whatever he wants, a farm or whatever brings him joy. Honestly, whatever will bring him joy is just you doing you and being happy, man. That'll make your dad so happy. Shout out to the Rolling Roadshow. Shout out to Caleb. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Really making this a community. You just made my whole day, man. And Caleb, you're the man, dude. Keep going. Keep listening to your dad, man. And your mom, if you have your mom with you. I hope you do. Always respect your parents, man. God wants you to respect your parents. Allah wants you to respect your parents, man. Remember that. Very important. Very important. It's one of the commandments to God that you always respect your mom and dad, man. My son Alex looks forward to watching The Lifer with me all the time. He's asking, how's Sammy doing? He loves you. Rudy, man, you're awesome too, man. And I hope your dad's doing well. Shout out to Alex and Rudy holding me down. Such nice people here in the stream, really, seriously. I could spend the whole time just talking to you guys and not even looking at the charts, but we got to get back to basics here and break it down. Oh, I can't take the heat. The heat's too much. Yeah, that's going to make me sweat. Now I got to raise the high vent. Okay, so let's see what's high today in the market in the last 24 hours, right? Pippin continues to be something worth at least trading. It has volume. It goes up, it goes down. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Most coins are just going straight down. So Decred, which we talked about at 31, it's up 41% in 7 days. It was the only coin I went over. It was the only coin I discussed. It was like the only coin that I really put out in the last like 5 or 6 days, if you remember correctly, is Decred. And I kept telling you I like what it's doing. I said it's in an uptrend. Sorry, I don't need to make that line. That was just me trying to move the charts, but it was still on mark, you know. Just double click this when that happens. But there's our move to there's our position, and if you got into Decred, you're up right now. I did it again, man. I found probably like maybe 10 coins pumped, like in total 38%, up 24% for Decred. We showed you where to set the alert. Even there was the buy at the bottom of the channel. But if you bought here at the alert, you still made money. If you bought the bottom of the channel, you're up 42%. Again, I looked at it. I looked at Bitcoin. I looked at the whole market. They were in kind of a downtrend, sketchy, hanging on. This had multiple uptrend, you know, had multiple higher lows in a row, tight with the moving averages. This looked just like Bitcoin this morning. Well, Bitcoin didn't give us the love. You know what I mean? This is how Bitcoin looked this morning. I just want to show you. Bitcoin was basically just like this. It was just like this right here. It was in a downward flag. The 21 was curving down, not up though. That's what told me to be, you know, but that was the 21. You're supposed to pump there. You see, this is supposed to pump. The stochastics were also low on the 1 hour on Bitcoin. This was the exact setup I traded today. It just didn't play out. You see, they stop hunted it. They went after anyone who tried to take the trade. You could see it clearly. Like, where's the liquidity? You have to remember there's less people in the market too, so they go after the liquidity. Sam, listening to you for 3 years and I've learned so much, and you have restored the Lord back in my life. Thank you for being here every day. As XLM a goodbye. I can't believe that. Like, he said I helped him learn and I restored the Lord back in his life. Am I a pastor? It feels like I am, man. Maybe I'm a modern day pastor. I have no idea. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. Those are the kindest words anyone could ever say to me, that I brought God back into your life. Like, seriously, like, that's crazy to me. I came here to be a YouTube guy on the stock market and trading, you know, crypto and Bitcoin. I didn't know I was going to spread the word of God, man. And I didn't know I was going to help people quit drugs and alcohol. And I have women message me that they got they watch. This happened, true story. Couple women somehow got my channel through a friend, a coworker friend. Thinks this could be good for my husband. Got their husband into it, bought their husband. One woman bought their husband the yearly subscription. The husband said, my wife bought this for me. It's changed my life. Women have gotten their husbands in and said, man, my husband's a better man now that he watches your channel. I never thought any of this would happen to me in a million years, man. I was just trying to start a YouTube channel and talk about Bitcoin. You know, I didn't know. Anyway, Decred, only thing I gave you guys recently, and the one thing I told you to put an alert on. I don't send thousands of altcoins and then say, hey, we hit one. Like, it's just, you know, it's been DCR, man. And shout out to my crew, even putting it out too. You know, Badri had it for us as well. So boom. And we've been talking about DCR since December too. Like, somewhere back in here when it was like $18. Anyway, so not much action today, and only really the hottest coin that we do see. And this is Decred. We looked at it for you yesterday, kind of to show you what was happening with it. And it's a real exchange. It's a use case. So it's not just, you know, it's not garbage. It actually has a real use case. So it's really like one of the, and Polkadot actually got a bit of a pump yesterday. I remember people talking about Polkadot yesterday. Canton CC, which I keep saying is holding very similar to Decred. It was 15, then it's 16, now it's 17. If anything's going to break out, it's something that's been holding a key level for a long period of time. So look at CC, USDT, right? Canton Network. Remember, we put it out down here. Off this bottom trend line, it went sideways. It did pop. We were actually in the money. It actually is up 5%, and I see this thing continuing. And you can start to kind of maybe shave that stop up a little bit too. But this is one of the only coins that I see moving, and I see it going to 24 cents over time. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. I could be wrong. Tomorrow, we have more data coming in at us. We have CPI or PPI, core PPI. coming at us at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So that could also slow us down, right? You'd be a rich and blessed pastor. Amen, right? He said, you do more for people than you will ever know, Sam. Think of all the people that don't even say anything. You're going to make me cry, man, if you keep that stuff up. Don't do that. You're going to break me down. I'm a softie, man. I got a big heart. Pastors are wolves in sheep's clothing. You need sacraments, and to receive the body of Christ, you need to go to church, not a pastor. Interesting. Thank you. You know, that's why I just felt like there was no intermediary between me and God. It was me and God. You know what I mean? Jesus, I read about Jesus. Jesus led me to God. Then I form my relationship with God, and then I'm with God. You see what I mean? Jesus taught me how to pray to God. Jesus taught me, like I studied Jesus so much, and he taught me how to connect with God. He showed me the way, you know? Some people, you know, so through Jesus, you were taught the way, right? And then it's almost like a teacher, like I teach you how to trade. You don't need me anymore. I'm not saying you don't need Jesus anymore, but once Jesus leads you to God, like he did what he wanted. He did his role. He got done what he needed to get done. All the prophets led you to God. From Moses to Abraham, you know what I mean? They all lead you. It's just so interesting how it happens, right? And the stories are there, man. How to be a good person. It's really all Jesus is telling you is to choose being a good person. Don't choose the negative world. You know, you know, you're just becoming sexually deprived, and right? You don't want to turn your mind into a corrupt vessel. You know, that's Jesus just wanted you to stay clean, you know, have high frequency. He's just teaching you, keep your frequency high no matter what anybody does to you. That's why turn the other cheek. It doesn't mean, you know, get stomped on. It means, hey, when you know there's hatred around you, don't get involved in the hatred. Continue to stay on your path of high frequency. That's what turn the cheek other means. Like, do not let yourself go back into that. And again, like, no matter what, and no matter how I interpret the Bible for you, your life and what you go through will lead to some type of interpretations, right? So you're going to get something that I might not. I might get something that you may not. But at the end of the day, we know it's a positive message. We know it's a positive message. I just wanted to clear the air there. We had a lot of drawings there. I'm just looking for Bitcoin to kind of get out of this mess. Stay above the 200. Get this golden cross and get to move to the upside. Yeah. God is good all the time. Sammy is good all the time. God bless you, man. Amen. Yeah. Exactly. You're the only channel I let my 40-year-old check his opponent watch. She acts like she's 8. You're funny, man. Yeah, you know, I was talking about that today. I put out a Twitter post. And, you know, I grew up. My neighbor was mentally retarded growing up. She was across the street. And for whatever reason, I had sisters, but she took a liking to me. When, you know what I mean? So growing up, and my neighbor across the street was born retarded. She was 40, but she acted like she was 8 years old. You know, she got stuck at 8. We played checkers together. She loved me and would call my name and wave at me when I left my house. At first, it was hard for me because I was like 6 or 7, and she'd be like, "Hi, Sam." It kind of scared me at first. I was nervous. You know, my mom explained to me, it's okay. She's just mentally, you know, and I understood. And then at one point, after a couple years of her waving, she asked me if we could play checkers. And it was a really mature moment for me. And I said, yeah, you come on over. And I knew that I had to play checkers with her. Like, I knew that because she was, you know, she needed me, man. And I probably did it 4 or 5 times. I don't know if we did it all the time, but we did it. And then if she would try to do it all, whenever she saw me, can we play checkers? Some days we were driving down the street and my mom was taking me to a hockey game. And she was like, can Sam play checkers? And she's like, no, Sam's busy right now. So like my first friend ever was a 40-year-old, you know, an 8-year-old, my neighbor who was retarded, man. And she taught me so much. You know what I mean? Like, that helped mold me as a person, you know, because I was thrust into humility at a very young age where I had to realize, like, I couldn't be scared. I couldn't act like she was, you know, I couldn't act weird. I had to embrace her. I had to show her love. You know what I mean? She needed love at that moment. And I knew I was the one to give it to her. Like, God was speaking to me at that young age. He said, Sam, like, you're given a chance to show love right now. You know, take it upon yourself to answer my call. And so at a young age, I was answering God's call, man. Ever since I was young, like, I've been challenged to do the right thing. And I've also been challenged by the devil, you know, and I got off of my path a few times in my life. It has not always been easy, folks. Right? A person with intellectual or development disability is preferred. Much love. Yeah, thank you. No, I'm just... Yeah. Love your life stories, man. Made an audiobook or podcast in the future. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so sorry he passed at 40. Yeah, she passed around, like, I think 46, I'm going to say, 48 years old. So, wow, looking bearish for Bitcoin, looking like it may kind of topple over here. What we have to do is now start looking for, like, I look bullishly, but now I'm like, well, rejection by the trend line. It may double top here. Look, it might make an M pattern here and break down. It may make a shoulder kind of head, right? It may make a slanted head and shoulder. If anything, it looks like it may come back down here. Thank you. How's everything? Wait, come show. Wait, come here. You look really pretty. You gotta show that. No, it's the hoodie, please. Seriously, it's serious. I know, but just don't do that. No, come on. That Mexi hoodie looks so fresh on you. Man, like, these people don't understand, man, how to market, bro. Like, she had a Mexi hoodie. She's pretty. Jump on in the stream, babe. Come on. Like do some marketing, man. Right? Stewie Stakey coming to Coinbase. I just told my daughter a story like this. When you are exposed to people with disabilities young, you are no longer intimidated by the difference. You adapt, and as an adult, it definitely helps you. Yeah, you realize that everybody's different in this world, and that we're all struggling to find our peace, and that you can send love to anybody at any time. And honestly, like, you're basically an energy, a love generator, right? Every one of us could be a love generator. Oh, look at this hollow token wink, these little tiny coins. It's small time frame action, so it's not a big deal. But wow, remember this one, Bull? We used to trade this one. Altcoin's getting a little bit of a move right now, and our Decred right to the upside. Interesting. So not a lot to kind of trade. I showed you what I think was possible out here. Everything else has been, Solana, I believe, is a great buy right now, but you do whatever makes you happy. I think BNB is a great buy right now. You do whatever makes you happy. I still hold Cardano. I don't know if it's a great buy. You know, I don't want you to be as tortured as I am holding Cardano. I love Cardano, though, but it is what it is. Sui, I believe, is a good buy right now. Aster, I believe, is a good buy right now. It's basically backed by Binance. It's going to be Binance's DEX. CZ's going to make sure it wins in any of the next rallies. If Bitcoin ever gets back above 150K, Aster, I see getting to at least $7-10, man. There's got to be a 10x out of that. I could be wrong, but I'm still holding it. Pancake Swap, I believe, has been holding actually 130 pretty nicely. I believe Chainlink is still a buy right now, anytime below $10. Pump, I don't love, but it has utility. But I'm just not into the whole. I'm not into the theme. I'm just not into it, man. It's like, I don't think it was good for I don't think Pump was good for the space, personally. Do you guys think Pump Fun was good for the space? You know what I mean? Let's start a Q&A. Was Pump Fun good for the space? Actually, not a Q&A, sorry. A poll. Was Pump Fun good for the space? Yes or no? Maybe some people might say yes. It got more people adopted, and it changed the way people looked at the market. You know, it's up to you. All right. Yeah, for the ruggers, 100%. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I don't even want to. Even if this coin did a 100x, man, I really wouldn't want to buy it. Like, that's the first. And usually I'm not emotional with my trades, but that's something I don't know, man. They were also streaming like questionable stuff, right, on the stream. Wasn't it getting kind of like OnlyFans type? Like, it was just kind of gross, man. I got $3, so I'm just not with it. Wow, 185. Even you look at this thing, took a 20% dump. Even Atom went down lower. Bitcoin Cash, I believe, is a buy. It's been holding it, but it's going to take forever. So, like, I don't, a lot of things aren't amazing right now. Circle stock jumps 90% on quarter 4 beat. That's good. So there you have it, right? Just not a lot out there in the bigger scheme of the markets today. And we already did the salamander. We hooked my man up. I hope he sends the email. I forgot who did it already because I can't remember everyone's name immediately. Zama still on the radar at a $53 million market cap. Plasma out there. Plasma's been iffy. Power Protocol. Let's talk about that. That actually had a big move in the last couple of days. It was up yesterday. $432 million market cap. Wow, it went from 22. It did a 10x in 20 days. And I missed it. I guess last night I did see it popping. I heard someone say power on the live stream yesterday. And my mind just, I never mean to miss things. My mind will just pivot. I was looking at here. Back in December, we were looking for a move. Is this Power Ledger? No, Power Protocol. See, Power used to be Power Ledger. So we have looked at this in the past. I don't know how it slipped my mind. Like, see, look, this is what Bitcoin was doing today. It was in the 1 hour touch of the 21. However, the 21 wasn't below. It was up and curving, see? But this is technically, this is the sauce that I go for all the time. Wow, that went from 90 all the way to 220. Unbelievable. And it did it last night, right? It did it in like a couple hours. Or 20 hours, something like that. But dang. I miss this puppy. I usually get on anything that's actually, that has a pulse. I'm on it. At this point, I would not touch it, though. I would not. I mean, the daily's likely to come back to the 21. You pull a fib from impulse to impulse, and you're looking somewhere at the dollar mark, right? Still bullish. It's going to make a flag on like the 15. Stay above previous support of resistance. So, like, if it's still bullish, it'll do something like this. Make some type of ascending triangle, possibly. This is what I see this all the time. That's why I like. You know what I mean? And then break out. But eventually I see it. It has to come back down. I'd stay away from it. But that's just me on low volume. One of the only few coins that actually did any type of damage. So, damn, Bitcoin's struggling, man. Like, can't hold. It looks like it may not hold 67K. The further crypto assets drift away from utility, actual value, the worse it will be for the industry to be taken seriously by traditional finance, in my opinion. Memes with the NFTs and ICOs with the craze on Coca. 100%, man. You know what? It started with all these people telling us they were going to do this, do that. And none of them, like now we find out that 90% of the people were literally just writing what they thought they were going to do, knowing that they could crash grab us. 100%, Andrew. And that's why I stopped. If you noticed, I stopped doing fundamental analysis on all coins. And I used to do fundamental analysis on all coins. I used to deep dive. I used to say, hey, this is a good one. I like to DC into this. I'm going to build a position. I turned into a day trader, man, like a swing trading Bitcoin trader, because I'm not going to expose myself to risk. I already did it enough and I learned my lesson and I like to keep my wealth. I don't want to lose any of it. So it is what it is, man. I've lost millions of dollars. I'll tell you right now, the winners, people who have won in trading are simply people who have lost way more than everybody else, but just were able to keep pushing and eventually won. I know that sounds crazy, but successful traders know. Everyone pictures a successful trader as like some guy who did it all right, then started trading well, never lost, kept it moving. No, man. A successful trader is usually someone that lost a lot of money at first or even at certain times, but told themselves money doesn't exist, didn't get so caught up in money, lived for the experience, got their energy, right, worked out, stayed disciplined, and just kept doing it until eventually they hit again. If I stop one day, you know what I mean? But my biggest trade is still yet to come to me. And I believe that. So if you're thinking about power and you're thinking you want to get in, this is what I would be watching. To me, it's most likely going to do kind of like one of these, probably. A head and shoulder pattern. You look for that daily to reconnect to the 21-day moving average. That's where you're likely going to end up sitting pretty. I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm seeing for power. Wow, NASDAQ took a dump, but it is trying to bounce back to the upside. Let's see if the 1 minute, see, the old me would trade this flag with the reversal back up to the 200, which it looks like it's going to do. The old me would trade that. The new me waits for the 200 on the one. I've gotten burned too many times, and I'm not as risky as I used to be. I'm way less risky. Bitcoin really finally trying attempt some type of bottom here. Attempting to hold itself down here. I'm just looking for the 1 hour to bounce, stay above the 200 move. The analysis for Bitcoin is pretty simple today, right? We're not reinventing the wheel here. It is what it is, right? Oversold, though, very oversold. I expect a bounce. I expect a bounce here. I expect this wick to hold off the 200 moving average, as the 50 is about to cross the 200 too, front running a golden cross. I expect to eventually win my trade, man. Let's see what people said here about the poll. But I'm pretty sure what I know. I mean, 31% said okay, 69% no. I say no. I think it was a cash grab. And most people that made money were people that figured it out. Like, they had like 5 communities set up with another community. It was everyone that was in on it. You get it? It was it was grimy, man. And they definitely manipulated that to make tons of money. Like, I guess the people who did it say, hey, I'm smart enough to manipulate it and figure it out. You didn't. I guess. I just think there's some moral ways to make money and some immoral ways to make money. And anyway, thou shalt not judge. I mean, actually, you know what? This is thou shalt not judge, but like, if you kidnap somebody and demanded money, I would judge you and say, hey, that ain't the right way to do it. You know what I mean? So I definitely have an opinion on bad behavior. But this is where we sit for BTC. Nothing crazy. Altcoins don't look amazing, right? It's just not like... Let's take a look at some other things here. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. So they sloped them down again today, but again, it looks great. They pumped. This is just great to me. It's exactly, look, I went up, I went down. Like, that's what I expected to happen. I expected to pump us out of the flag, back in, and then we're just going to get tight now. Let the good times roll, man. This gets tighter and tighter. So nothing has changed with my overall S&P call, right? I've been calling the S&P now every single Friday on my Friday top-down analysis video. And I've been saying, and again, this is the sauce. You see how I do the same thing every time. It gets, I don't know if it might get boring listening to me because it's the same stuff. But again, that's discipline. But I mean, you're getting the 21 about to cross the 200. You're getting tight moving averages. You're getting higher lows inside the zone. I mean, that looks good to me. Maybe it dumps. Tomorrow we could be all the way, we're likely going sideways and then breaking out somewhere by the end of March. I keep getting March as the time where we're going to be breaking out. Okay? I'm drinking bone broth and collagen every single day to help repair my Achilles tendon. Right? Sam whipping it today, the hot sauce. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You know, I got a really good night's sleep last night. I've been seeing the market very clear for the last, I always see the market pretty clear, but there was a couple times where they manipulated my mind. But I've been seeing the market very clear the last few days. And yeah, I did put out a NASDAQ trade this morning that got absolutely rocked. It's so whack, man. I put out this 5-minute call earlier today here and it got rocked. Like, they just dumped it immediately, but it is what it is. And again, I did see how there was a head and shoulder on the 1-minute time frame that had I zoomed in, I didn't do a top down on the NASDAQ. So in my defense, and on my defense, take it as a learning lesson. Always do your top down. Never take a 1-minute trade without doing your top down analysis, or never take a 5-minute trade without checking the 1 minute first. Sad to say, these, once you know as much as me, you got to check more time frames. It's kind of sad because it almost traps you because you're like, damn, I got to check this, but then you get better at doing all that. Glycine powder helps too. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. My river play doing good work. That's amazing. Yeah. I can't be right or wrong because I know nothing with the fact of my own ignorance, man. God bless you though, Mr. J-Ro, whatever your name is. Yeah. 50% dump coming since we entered the gray area of the HMO cloud. I think I believe we're most likely dumping to 30K, to 38,000. So I'm spot on with you on that idea. Yeah, I never said, see, it's so weird. He said I'm wrong, but right now I'm assuming we're bearish. Till the bulls have to get above previous resistance and support on the daily. Bulls have to break through certain areas. Look at this, baby. An inverted head and shoulder forming on the 15. A Sammy Cup and handy that could get us back into good graces here. Back at 67,220. We held 67K. Hey, this could be it right here. So it's funny, me and you agreed and you said I'm wrong. See how people don't make any sense? That's why if you live your life by what other people say and do, you're never going to get anywhere, folks. You're never going to get anywhere. It's just not going to work. It's just not. Look at this. Shout out to the beautiful people here on the live. One of the biggest live streams in trading in crypto history. Seriously, no one's gone as long as I have without a day off. Nobody in the history of trading. I don't think they have, man. In the history of trading live, no human being has ever done as many straight live streams as I have. I can say that. Show me the guy. Show me the person that's outstreamed me. It's never happened. Yes, I'm bragging because you know what? I worked my butt off to do that. I sacrificed my life to do that. Actually, I don't even want to say I'm bragging because I don't like bragging, but I'm showing and proving by showing up every day, you can turn yourself into something amazing. I'm not going to tell you what my net worth was when I started and what my net worth is, but I'm going to tell you, man, if you knew, you would be absolutely blown. Your mind would be blown. I keep it pretty low key, man. For a lot of people in my position would be out of their minds, man. It's my kids, it's God, it's my family that make me realize that none of this stuff matters. As long as I can help other people and change people's lives, that's all that matters. Raising the frequency of the earth. If I can get paid raising the frequency of the earth, let's do it. Let's continue to raise the frequency on this earth, man. I want as many people to feel that they can do something with their lives as possible. I want people to believe in themselves. Right? You're taking a look at, we're looking for this inverted head and shoulder to break out this morning now. Nice little reversal pattern here for Bitcoin. And we'll leave that at that right now. You know where my stop loss is. You see my live trade. I haven't changed anything. I haven't switched it up. I'm just doing what I do, man. Are we pushing up? Someone says we are dumping. We'll see what happens, man. Bro, you're sitting and standing. JK, I tore my Achilles years ago. Not so much the pain, just the inconvenience of it. Make sure to finish the rehab and daily stretching afterwards. No, I will, man. I'm going to do everything, right? Because you really got to move out all that scar tissue. Right now, my foot hasn't been moved like this, right? So it's just like, right? Y'all know Roaring Kitty. I'm the Roaring Bull. I hope so. I hope I got the Roaring Bull here. Thank you, Sammy. You're saving me. God bless you, man. Where's your referral code to Weeks? Trying to register. It's right here if you want to. Support at Weeks right there. Just hit that link. And that should bring you to Weeks. And you can sign on in. I believe it should work. Can put the referral code in there for you. Okay. Just got my bone broth. We heal together. God bless you, man. Sam, I think it might be interesting if you know more about the immune system and how it actually is imminent in repair and growth of stem cells and so on. I mean, I study the immune system. Here's what I know about the immune system. Test me. What 60? I mean, I think like 80% of it lives in the gut. So you want to have good probiotics. Like your gut actually helps your immune system hugely. So you want to make sure your gut has good probiotics. You want to make sure your gut has good bacteria. That's actually a big part of being healthy. Am I correct? Right. Take care of that other Achilles too. Seen many athletes tear the opposite side when they come back. Really? Oh my God, that's so scary. I don't want to go through this twice, man. I don't know. I could take it, but it would be a beatdown. Like it would be hard mentally. It's a depressing injury because you sit inside. I haven't left my house. I haven't been in a car, everybody, in 2 weeks. Today, I got my surgery 2 weeks ago today. I can't believe, thank God, 2 weeks has gone by, man. I haven't missed one day of work, man. Not one day. I don't know how I've done it. And I've actually gave some pretty dang good trades, even though I've been like tired, you know, falling asleep half the day. And I'm in pain. Like this day, I bought a $1,000 chair just to keep me going in this live stream. Correct. A lot of people with leaky gut. Amen. Yeah. Exactly. Prolonged fasting is absolutely amazing for naturally stimulating stem cells and letting your body recover. God loves the rest. I might, my wife, if everyone knows my story, I don't like to tell it too much because people but my wife is Muslim, right? and she's fasting for Ramadan. And I always fast with her every year because it brings us close together. I find it a challenge to not eat and drink all day long. Like, it's very difficult not to eat and drink all day long. Very, very difficult. We're getting the bounce, folks, that I was hoping we would get. And this is what I like to do. It's really important, too, that you watch price action on multiple time frames. Like, look, we got an inverted head and shoulder on the 15. You would never see that on the 1 hour time frame. You just see the candle reversing back to the upside. It's a good chance this turns into the head of our inverted head and shoulder. We still win this trade. See, if you're emotional, you'll probably cut out, or you'll bug out, or you'll get too close to the stop and you'll close the trade. You'll lose money. But if you just stick to the plan, stick to what's happening, there's a good chance this reverses back up. We get the inverted here on the 15, and everything goes our way, folks. So I'm excited. I like what I'm seeing, and we go from there. Okay? We go from there. Wow. Wow, it's been good. Imagine if the Greek warrior Achilles had been injured in the elbow. We'd all be saying a weakness is in the Achilles elbow. Isn't that funny? Your body eat the cancer when you fast. Rasta teach this. Amen. I fast all the time, folks. It's why I stay so young. It's why people said the other day, they said in 5 years, you don't look much older than when you started the show. Someone said on my post on X, they said, you look younger than you did years ago. What are you doing? I said, I fast all the time, man. I go days without eating a lot, man. Yeah. It's good to just let your let your gut clean. They're pushing all the time. Eat, eat, eat. Jesus fasted for 40 days. Muhammad fasted. Moses, every single buddy, they all fasted, man. There was a reason for it. Okay? It's in the Bible. It's in all your books. Here's the deal, man. If your religion makes you think you're better than other people, there's something wrong with it. If your religion makes you think you're a chosen person and everyone else is a piece of nothing, there's something, you're lowering your frequency. Your religion is lowering your frequency. You're part of a devilish, it's devilish. I don't care what you believe. If you think you're better than someone else, you think other people are just whatevers. You can steal from them, you can rob from them because they're not of you. You're doing something, you're lowering your frequency. So I beg you to find Jesus and the Lord. I beg you, man. If you're out there and you're part of something bigger and you always known in your life, even your parents do it, your grandparents, but you know that you're different, it's okay, man. We're here for you. You can renounce your old religion and you can come to the good side, man. We're waiting for you all. We love you. We know you want to convert to the love religion, man. The religion, love is my religion, man. I love that song. Love is my religion. I believe it's Stephen Marley, if I'm correct. Let's see if we can get this bounced. Little bull div. Even my indicator has the elongated bull div on the stochastics RSI. How do you get that? You go up here. You type in RSI. You go to stochastics RSI with divergences neobutane. You catch this one. This is the one that you want. This one right here. Okay, jump on in today. Add this indicator today. It's a great indicator. It tells you when things are overbought, oversold, and what's likely going to happen in the markets. It's got a really good high probability play. So we just want to wait for this to close now. You're going to go down here. You're going to go to labels. You're going to go to countdown to bar close. You're going to click on that. Make sure it's checked. And then you're going to get a number here, 30 minutes and 15 seconds. That's going to tell you that's when the 1 hour candle will close. So now you have the ability to find out when this candle will close. Now you know when this candle closes. You could get into the trade. So in 30 minutes, there could be confirmation of an entry into a long with a stop below the 200 moving average. Aha. All right. Well, it's funny, man. I was looking up something the other day, too. Just kind of, and it makes sense, right? It was 13 months, not 12. I know this for a fact. My heart tells me this is true. There was 13 months. There was never 12 months. There was 13. Each month was 28 days long, right? You see what I'm saying? $364 days a year, not 365. They added that fifth day for whatever reason. So, and look at it. November means 9, doesn't it? Come on now. November means 9. October means 8. We all know Octo is 8. Okay, September is 7. We know that's 7. You see what I'm saying? So that's 7, 8, 9. Deca, right? You go a deca year. December's 10. January is the 11th month of the year. February is the 12th month of the year. March is the 13th month of the year. The new year is in March, not in January. You see what I'm saying? There are 13 months of the year, man. I'm telling you this for a fact. They've taken us off of time because if we're off of time, they can actually change, they can ruin our flow state. I don't know who did it. I don't know when they did it. I don't know why they did it, but we should be on a moon cycle. That's why Ramadan is never every year. Ramadan last year was in March. This year it's in February because they go by the moon cycle, okay, in the Muslim religion. This is a very important concept because it means that your sign is different. Exactly. Yeah, and they want you to think 13 is evil. They want to block you from it. They don't put it in buildings. They don't let you see it. They don't let you talk, right? Everything that's been blocked from you is something that you should be knowing, and everything they tell you you shouldn't be knowing is probably the truth. When everyone tells you that that's not right, you shouldn't go do that, then I think you should go do it. You know what I mean? So, in almost everything that that people like me said during, COVID and all that other stuff, it all came true, man. There was definitely spike protein inside that. Many people had complications. There was heart problem. I'm going to stop there, but it's obvious, man. This stuff is this isn't conspiracy theory anymore. This is facts. You know what I mean? Circle ripping right now. And honestly, on the 5-minute time frame, it's forming a bit of a rising wedge. It looks like it could do some damage. That looks like it may be breaking out and going to 97 even today. That looks bullish. So circle on a massive move to the upside. Let's take a look at it on a bigger time frame. And I love how we do TA, so we can kind of slide stuff in there, but it's not really what we're about. So we can still spread knowledge without that's not what this, you know what I mean? Pretty cool if you think about it. We almost can do more than someone that is all one because I don't know. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I hope you know what I'm saying. Sometimes subtly getting information out is better than someone that throws it out all over the place, right? Because opposition attacks what's obvious. They can't see what they don't understand. Aha, right? Look at that. It pumped right. And again, this is what I wanted Bitcoin to do. Get tight and pump up to the 200 moving average. Bullish divergence. See that? Now, I can't stand the gaps in regular trading because you're like, how would you enter that trade? There's no way to, I want to flag above the 200, right? Again, though, it's similar trading style. The 15-minute was above the 200, touching the 21. So the 15-minute gave you the entry there, and then this thing launched. 5-minute might continue, as we talked about at the beginning when I first looked at it. It is in a bit of a rising wedge. I'd be careful chasing. Something I would probably DCA and hold long term. But wow, it's up pretty nicely. Circle internet group, man, and they're connected to Bitcoin, and basically making the stable coin USDC, if I'm correct. That is Circle. Bitcoin did not want to hold, turn green just yet. It looked like it was going to flip, and now it's not. It's back sideways again. Again, the bearish scenario is that we make a double top there, and that ends up bringing us further to the downside. That's a possibility too as well. The chat's been amazing today. You guys have been awesome. Let me just make sure I've talked about everything. Yeah, you talked about utility from Andrew Yurkovic. 15-year-old Caleb, God bless you. We're so happy you're watching with your dad. Rave Song Records, you're the man. You're super awesome and nice. And my man who super chatted Salamander, which he had to win. I mean, he spent his own money, not just commenting, but super chatting. And so I gave him the win. It is what it is, man. So thank you so much. Those super chats are awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Circle's getting pretty overheated. I agree with you. The daily 2 big candles in a row like that. Yeah. Silver Surfer. Let's take a look at silver. Gold, man. The gold trade is tough. Gold's looked like it's going to moon, and they're manipulating gold too now. It's like, can you just let something move the way it's supposed to move? It did break out, and now it's in a nice flag, though. I'll tell you that. It's actually pretty sweet right there. It's looking real nice. like it's going to start breaking out and head all the way to possibly, I don't know, 5,500. We got in here, remember? So the gold trade's still up beautifully. It's doing damage. Shout out to anyone that trades gold and silver. I want to see the gold trade, man. Yeah, so we entered gold at like around 5,060. And yeah, I just see it in a bigger channel, still willing to push, right? I like this flag here for gold. Little dippage, but not bad. Oversold in the stochastics. RSI looks good. MACD. I see a move for gold, baby. Someone said ZBCN was about to moon yesterday. I forgot to go over it. You guys starred my memory there. Let's take a look at ZBCN. Wow, it hasn't been doing great right now, to be honest. And it kind of is in a bit of a bear flag, if you ask me, but we'll see. I do like this elongated falling wedge. See how there's like a hidden Adam and Eve? I've been watching this. See, there's your Adam, there's kind of an Eve. It's crazy, but I've backtested that, and it does play out. Nobody will really see it. It's like kind of like, it's like camouflage, but it's there, man. The trained eye can see more than the untrained eye. Of course it can, right? Yeah. That's your edge too in trading. Give your subconscious mind so much information that you can see the charts better than most. I mean, right there, it's kind of bear flagging, but see how the 21's curving up? Kind of like earlier today was curving down. It kind of is in a... It's interesting, and it depends on what Bitcoin does, but it does look like it could move back to the top of the channel just for now. Then I would zoom into the 1 hour. I'd look for like a flag or something. Doesn't look good on the 1 hour, though. It looks kind of sideways. I think I would trade the daily and the daily only and see if it can make that move back up. If you love the project, it's an oversold region to buy into. You know, long term, I don't know if I would swing trade it or it doesn't look good to me for a swing trade technically. But I could see how it could bounce back to the top of that trend there. All right. Let's take a look at silver. Giga bounce for what, man? Everything? The everything economy? Silver bounced like we thought it would. I think it's going to slowly kind of creep its way back to the upside here. Let me do my open analysis for it. But yeah, when I see silver on the weekly, I see just a large consolidation. It's going to go up, down, and get really tight, and then it's going to break out. Again, I get the end of March, the new year, right? April, the end of March, man. Something is telling me, boom, right? And this could be I believe this is a great place to buy silver with stop losses below 68, in my humble opinion. But do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Bitcoin's still kind of just sitting there with a wick on the 1 hour above the 200 moving average. Nothing else we can really do here, just waiting in limbo. Pretty whack-taculous. Would like to see it not lose that key level. But it is a Thursday, so remind me of my bone broth, folks. I gotta finish. And collagen. And collagen peptides. They're collagen peptides, actually. I looked at the label yesterday. Yeah. Remember, you're the master of your word until you utter it. Then the word is your master. Never tell someone you're going to do something and not do it. Like, hey, I'll get you those things. I'll get you those things tomorrow morning. Right? I'll send you that. Like you said, you have a meeting on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, someone's like, yeah, what we talked about on Tuesday, I'm going to send you those Thursday morning. And then Thursday at 12 o'clock comes and you don't get them. You start not believing that person's really telling you what they're going to do, right? You don't believe them anymore, right? So you don't want to become that person. You want to be really careful with how you use your voice, man, and what you say you're going to do. Okay? If you don't have to say it. You might have a thought, it might sound good. So sometimes when I want to do something nice for somebody, I just do it. I don't even say I'm going to do it. I just go and do it. And then they see it and they go, yeah, I left that on your porch because You really, stuff like that, right? Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. I need to get a handle of what's happening. We looked at gold, silver, the NASDAQ. I told you the NASDAQ and the S&P look great for consolidation. I wouldn't stress them right now. Let's take a look at BTC. Total market cap in all of crypto. That's weird. It stopped doing my... That's weird. What just happened there? There we go. Total is the entire market cap of the entire cryptocurrency market. I'm going to delete all my old work, and you should watch this every Friday. Tomorrow, it's crazy. I just did this. It's so weird how fast the week goes by. When you do something every week, it feels like the week goes by really fast. So Total actually has this kind of beautiful trend line forming, if you see it. And eventually, it kind of looks like it might consolidate Bitcoin. Sad thing is, this could take some time. Right? Like, it'd be 2028, and then we'd begin to break out. Just like we're supposed to with the halving, right? So we would go kind of sideways, but up. And then we would be at $7 trillion by January 30th. We would double the market. Not too shabby, right? I guess it'll be in 4 years, man. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure, but like, only other scenario is like, this is the falling wedge and you break out from it and you go on this, like, you get there a little earlier, or you get to 5.87 by like December of 2027. That would be awesome, right? Like, we pump all year round and it turns into a super cycle, right? Bitcoin's still holding 69,000. As boring as it is, look, we're just kind of sitting. Some days there's nothing to do but just set your trade and walk away. Trading is a set and set it and forget it type of profession. I'll tell you what, though, the 1 minute has been pretty good at telling us what's going to happen today. And look, that's a head and shoulder on the 1 minute time frame, is it not? That looks like it's going to roll over. And you can't see, you got to get back above the 200 on the 1 minute, or you're not going to get a move. Kind of looks like it's going to turn in, that looks bearish to me for the short term, which doesn't, bode well for the 1 hour holding the 200 moving average, right? So you combine the smaller time frames with the bigger ones and you get a good idea. If this trend line loses, then you bounce and you could come back down to here. You could even go all the way to 1.24 trillion. Imagine the whole market, though, back to $1.24 trillion. AI is better. There's other things to invest in. It could happen, I guess. You see? Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. I'm out there every single day posting, talking, commenting, having a blast, showing you how I shower. Okay. Funny, it kind of resembles Miss Teen Crypto. I didn't mean it felt like it kind of looks like Miss Teen Crypto a little bit. Funny, man. Big Ed, that's so weird. No, way better than tape and plastic, 100%. These are great. They really do work. They got everything that you need nowadays on Amazon, man. Paper Bitcoin, y'all. Well, I was at a Bitcoin event recently. Pay out 1.4 million? No way. You bet 33 cents? I don't believe it, man. He wrote, no way this is real. All you need is one good play to make it. Never stop clicking legends. They kind of go together. I don't think he commented on that, but it looks like he did. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fox News for having me. I hope to come back again sometime shortly. It'll be amazing. But yeah, follow me at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. Here I'm talking about getting one big Bitcoin. And I'm also in the sun. I'm teaching you, hey, get that vitamin D, baby. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is total 3. We're also going to look at dominances as well. And so just like Bitcoin, you're looking for this to just make a bear flag and continue to go sideways on like the 3-day, the 5-day chart. So to me, it just looks like it's going to make a bear flag and continue to dump at one point once it hits the top of the channel. Sad to say, that's what I see happening unless we can get some type of better reversal going. Right? You got to close a 3-day candle above 736 billion. It's crazy, right? The altcoin market was as high as $1.17 trillion. It's still in an overall uptrend if you look at it. It's still in an overall uptrend. You see this? Very important we bounce so we don't lose this trend line. Otherwise, then we're coming back down somewhere to 338 and we're getting milked. You know what I mean? Bitcoin just got real nasty. It looks like they're going to come take out that. And again, remember that 1 minute had the head and shoulder pattern that told us, look, there it is, shoulder, head, right shoulder. See? I showed it to you before it happened. Patterns don't lie. And look, it's a backwards Adam and Eve. See that? Backwards Adam and Eve. Retest the neckline of the Adam and Eve down to the downside. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. You take the neckline, tells you where the measured move is going. Damn, it's right to my stop. Just one of them days, man. Bitcoin 15-minute descending triangle with measured move down to the top of the inverted head and shoulder. Yeah. Yeah, you see this was yeah, it kind of looked like a descending right here. I agree with you, man. They flattened the bottom and they you know. Again, here, can we hold with the 200 moving average? It's a battle in the 200. You can see it's been the battle all morning. The entire stream, it's been a battle here at the 200 moving average. To me, Total 3 will do whatever Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin saves the day, then the altcoins will follow. But I'm assuming we're going right and lower. It's sad right now, but that's what I'm assuming. We can't, gotta hold that trend line. Well, you actually could bounce lower and bounce off that trend line and still be okay. Not amazing, though. Let's look at the DXY because we have to. I see the DXY forming a descending triangle right here, getting tighter in the zone and then falling to the downside. Smaller time frames, however, make it look like it could break out of a bull flag. You see this? Like it's kind of in a bit of a flag, and that's bullish to me. Crazy. The markets seem to be run by fickle, emotional people with millions and billions of dollars. And the second Trump says one thing, they do it. It's like it's all back and forth recently. That looks bullish, like the dollar's going to move up in the next 10 to 12 hours. That's not a great sign for Bitcoin. They can pump together, though, so it's not the worst. I like this, though. We got a major rejection in tether dominance, but it's still back inside the pattern. So, like, it broke out. Got rejected and might continue to break out yet again. Very confusing price action. Sometimes price action's on point, and sometimes it's difficult. It's just like life, everybody. Some days you nail it, some days you can't see it. Some days your buddy can see it better than you. Some days you lose the trade. It was in your mind. Some days you're foggy. So the next day you wake up, you're like, man, I would have seen that so clear if I was just thinking clearly. What was I doing? Like today on the NASDAQ, I could have really zoomed in and seen that the 1 minute had the head and shoulder pattern. You know, I kick myself for stuff like that. I'm like, damn, why would I, you know? Tether dominance has a bit of an Adam and Eve break back to the upside here, too. Looks like that's going to bounce a little bit. I don't know. If anything, I'd say it's more bullish than bearish. A fake out back inside the pattern. Let's see it make a right shoulder and dump. So, like, see it make this right shoulder and collapse out of here. See? Wow, we just wicked right off the 200 yet again. It's so crazy how we do this. This is why I use the 200 as my protection. Can't tell me how many trades I've won when I've been seconds from the stop loss. And it still has maintained, you know, the position. We'll see, though. Now it's getting to 12 o'clock on Thursday, which is we should have won the trade by now. It was a rollover today. We didn't get what we were looking for. We didn't get the continuation. All night we did, though. We got a nice pump. We were able to take advantage of that move. Shout out to anyone that did. We nailed it. And I still may win this trade. That's the crazy thing. I still may win this trade. So 40% still think pump one was good for the space. Pump fun, and 60% say no. Exactly. When you tell someone your goals, it often makes you feel already accomplished. Share what you're doing, build confidence, and have positive motivation. With the right people. Yeah, with the right people. Super chat Telcoin. Let's take a look at Telcoin. Man, they just flattened that thing. Look. And again, the 1 minute just went on an absolute nasty tear, man. Look at that. They're about to stop me out now. Sometimes you win, sometimes you wait. All right. Thank you, Sam, for your dedication. Much love from Alberta, soon to be in the USA. Let's go. God bless you, man. Come on in, brother. NVIDIA down over 4% after they beat earnings yesterday. I guess it was priced in. Strange, right? It's manipulation, bro. They got more retail trading than ever. And that means that this is the thing. 5 years ago, there was like traders like me and some retail. Now you got young 22-year-old kids making millions telling everyone they made it trading. You got everybody trading now. It's kind of bad. It's good and bad for the space. It's good because it's expanding trading. It's expanding my clientele. It's good for my business technically, right? But you got more people who have no idea what they're doing now all the time in the market. And so now we have to wait for people to get cleared out all the time. Like, and it's just, I see it more in Forex. I see it more in regular trading. Everybody wants to be a trader on YouTube now, man. It's like, I got the #1 job in the game. You know, back in the day, it wasn't as much. We didn't have as many people trading on YouTube. It was small. It was very niche. It's starting to get bigger and bigger. Someone says Telcoin. He wants me to bring up Telcoin. I mean, it looks like garbage, man. Like all these coins just look, pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. And this was a good project that actually had a deal, right? Nebraska. Like, it was like, it doesn't matter, man. Utility, schmility. If you're not in with the big boys, you're not getting picked. And if you're not getting picked, you're not moving with the new economy. So it doesn't matter how well you moved. It doesn't matter what white paper you wrote. It matters who you know, right? Like if you're not in there with Brad Garlinghouse rubbing elbows with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, then you ain't getting nothing. It's whoever worked the deal more, man, is going to get the sauce, right? We see that. We see that. There's a bull div on Telcoin, but okay. Good project. I think it's worth, it's actually a real project, but like, I can't tell you, man, I wouldn't touch that thing. The daily's oversold. Yes, you got kind of a bull div, but not really. I'd say wait for it to break out and retest 003 before I touch it, man. I need to wait for it to retest the next above area. Otherwise, it's just, yeah. Our stable, thank you, Sam, for your dedication. Yeah, hit the like button. Bitcoin getting beat down, I know. Blasting your stream in the welding shop. People love you, brother. Kudos for your knowledge. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to my welders, brother. My dad was an iron worker. He always had respect for the welders, man. And even the underwater welders too, man. God bless you guys. Burning your eyes out every day with that stuff ain't easy, man. Then you got to put the shield down. Drink your bone broth. I finished my bone broth. Some even play your exact soundtrack, right? Is that what you're saying? I know, right? They copied me to the T. They couldn't even get their own music. So insane. People are insane. Literally, people are nuts, bro. They're all copycats, man. They have no idea how to do something on their own. I see so many people that just can't be themselves. Like, be yourself and just move on, man. Crypto lifers, man. We know how to be ourselves. That's why you guys love me. That's why I love you guys. We don't put up with that BS, man. And I said BS. I didn't swear. But, sometimes it is what it is. So many fakers out here. How do you manage emotions when you have a long and short open at the same time on Bitcoin? I usually don't do that. I'm an all or nothing guy. I like to be long or short. I very rarely am long or short. I work with iron workers every day, man. These guys, iron workers are tough. Your dad was a tough and strong man. Much love. Yes, he was, man. They're no joke, brother. Shout out to that blues guy. I love you, brother. But they cannot match the clothing, that's for sure. That's the thing, man. That's what separates us too, man. You need 40 grand to have an outfit like mine. It's like, I got custom suits. I think I counted the other day 42 suit jackets. Come on, man. 42 suit jackets, 120 ties, 115 pocket squares. You know, 13 pairs of pants. Like, it doesn't stop, man. Like, 7 vests. I think I have 4 3-piece suits. Come on, baby. Whatever. I shouldn't brag about that stuff. But you know what? I like dressing nice, and at the end of the day, it's all nothing. Burn it to the ground, and we can't take it with us. Like, I can't take this Rolex. I love saying this. I can't take this Rolex with me on the next life. I can't take it with me to the next life. It's a pretty one. It's not the most expensive, but it's pretty. She shines. Whatever, man. I don't even think it matters. This is more just an accomplishment to me that I grew myself out of money that used to push me down. Like, the watch to me is more of like a $20,000 watch doesn't make me feel like I can't afford it anymore. Like, it's something, you know, when you can't afford something, it feels like you're not good enough. You can't get there. You could never, you're not hard enough, you know, but I figured out a system. I figured out a work ethic. I figured out a way to win. All this watch says to me is I figured out a way to win, man. That's what it says to me. And it's worth more than I paid for it because the dollar has dropped. And I bought this over a year ago now. Remember, I filmed it when I went and got it. It was in November. I always walked by a Rolex store and wished I could buy one, and I never could. So I finally did it one day. You know what I mean? And then once I did it, I realized I'm like everybody else, just buying a Rolex. It's kind of like, Sam, I thought you were different. I even asked myself, I thought you were different, man. I thought you didn't care about that stuff. And I said, I don't, but I guess, like, I want to prove to myself I can do what other guys did. I think it's more about that. It's almost like if I saw a guy run around a racetrack and do 2 jumps, I'd be like, let me get that bike. I can do those jumps too. You know what I mean? It's really more about, can I get to that next level? Damn, this looks bearish to me now. This looks horrible today. Let's rework my magic now. Let's like see if we can see the charts differently. But today looks nasty, man. It doesn't look good. They made it look good yesterday, like things were going to change, and now it's just right back to the baloney. Bless you, Sam, for spreading God's word daily. We love you. And that's another thing, man. I spread the word of God every single day, bro. I'm headed to Florida soon to go to Underground Crypto. I got to see you, brother. We will see. We got to do background checks and stuff. I love you. I want everyone at my house, but it's just, you know, when you got to see me, yeah, but we could see each other. You know what? I could take you both to the country club. And that way you don't have to know where I live and we can hang out. So, you know, the more people I know, that even if I loved you and I love you, what if someone follows you because they know where I live, right? So, like, even if I like everyone and I trust you, I just can't have everybody come, you know, it's weird, man. It's so strange. I have to be honest, man. I just got to say, this is a bear flag to me. It looks like it's headed down to the bottom of the channel yet again. Maybe it makes a right shoulder, but like, and I'll lay down and say, hey, I don't know what they're going to do to this thing, man. Today is, I got to say, that's bearish. It's going to continue to dump. It's going to take 2 weeks to go sideways and dump in March 13th. You know? In my opinion, if we don't reclaim 69 and turn it into support, more downside. Yeah. Yeah, buddy, I don't know where you live. Background check. I have no problem with this concert. No, 100%. And I'm sorry, sometimes it puts people off. But you seem so cool, man. I can't wait to meet you. So yeah, man, we'll us three will meet up. We'll have some fun. We'll have some lunch. We'll take a picture. Market man playing games of liquidity. How do you know that's the 20th of March? The 13th, man. Right there, it says it. The date right there, March 13th. See, the date's right down here. You could come to my country club if you're ever in Naples, Sam. Email us, man. Email me. I'll come hang out, dude. I actually have a couple contacts in Naples. I like to go down once a month now. But email me, man. Let us know your deal. Say us who you are. Tell us, you know, let us know a little bit about who you are. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Say I'm the guy from Naples. Let us know, man. I'd love to come down. So, yeah, the daily looks like it's tweezer topping now and wants to dump in our face. So, that's what I see. And it does look like flip-flopping because every 5 seconds the chart looks bullish or bearish. They change it every second of the day. The 1 hour could have, the 4 hour still could make a beautiful move here out the flag. Like, we got to slow down and calm down here. That's the thing. Then I'm going to get stopped out. I must have gotten stopped out by now. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh. So smart, only risking $200, man. What a way to lose. I love that I keep the losses small because then I just need a big win to clear out 4 losses. It's not a big deal. And I'm still active in the market, keeping my mind squared away. This is still a cup and handle. I see the 21. This could still win technically on the 4 hour, but I don't like the 1 hour anymore. We gotta hold this 200 right here. Like, this is crazy what they're doing right now. Look at this. Gotta get back above that 200 moving average. Bitcoin keep you hanging on. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Bless you, Sam, for spreading God's word daily. Thank you so much. One day I looked at my wife. I said, every day for the last 5 years, I've spread God's name on my stream every single day, at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. Because God gave me such a beautiful life, everybody. You can say, no, Sam, you gave yourself a beautiful life. I agree, but there was someone backing me. There was someone believing in me. There was someone leading me down these little paths and teaching me these lessons. And now I have the lessons. Now I understand, like, I will be wealthy for the rest of my life. You get it? I will never not be wealthy for the rest of my life because my mind has changed. My mind has changed. Look at this, man. I may win this. What if I win this, man? They had me by a second. My stop loss was at 66433. They brought the price to 66474. My goodness. $34 away. Unbelievable. So again, folks, we're kind of sitting pretty here. It really might bounce here, folks. This is crazy. And this is why I love it, man. Join the trading group today. A great day to join the trading group because we're going to be on this all day. And I'm going to update you. I usually take an hour break now because I've been in screens and lights since 7 in the morning. So 5 hours of the lights inside of my office, doing my thing, grinding. And I take about from 12 to 1. I usually take a break. So I'm usually not active from 12 to 1. I go sit in the sun. I relax. But I do look at the chart. There might be something, But I do take off the suit. I relax. I reset. And then about 1:30, I get back into the charts. I double check too. I have alerts. Sometimes something goes off and I don't have that grace period, right? But I try to get vitamin D, relax in the sun from 12 to 1, reset, and then I'm in the charts all afternoon, and then I'm in the charts all night, folks. I got an iPad with me wherever I go. I keep my phone on me. Like, I am active. You pay $3 a day. I think that's important. $99 a month. I will bust my butt for you every single day. I will act like that is thousands of dollars, man. I don't play games. So if you join my trading group, you go to cryptolifer.com. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to show up every single day. My foot, I have Achilles tendon. I've had surgery. I didn't miss my live stream. My mom died. I didn't miss my live stream. My dad died. I didn't miss my live stream. I had 2 kids born. I streamed in the hospital. I'm telling you right now, man, I've done what most people say, I'm taking a day off. I never did it. I never said I was taking. I know people that had colds that took a day off, man. My foot's freaking falling off and I ain't taking a day off. So, and you know what I say to people that take days off? It's your legacy. I will be remembered for everything I do on this earth, and I won't be remembered for what I don't do. No one will know what I don't do, right? So everyone has a channel, a YouTube channel, and everyone believes in it. So why the heck don't you go live every day? There's 4 days out of the week that are more important than your live stream. You say, oh, but I want to be with my family. I want to take the day off. I want to have time. But fine, you could stream at 8 in the morning and still have your day to yourself. My whole point, if it's your legacy and it's your trading, your lifestyle, why the heck would you take a day off? I guess I was raised by a maniac. My dad was a maniac. My uncle was a freaking maniac. They were like, they didn't understand why people took days off. They were hard workers. They wanted to grind until the end of time, right? I just come from men like that. So it's ingrained in me to keep pushing. I don't know any other way. I really don't. I love you all. I'll keep you posted throughout the day. Stay strong, stay amazing, stay focused. All right. Don't get discouraged by your losses. They're going to happen. Learn how to get through them. Learn how to make it better. Learn how to make it happen, right? So I love you all. I appreciate you all more than you would know. Oh, funny, the green screen is going through the chair because the chair is see-through. I was wondering, I was like, how is that happening? It's so cool. Anyway, I do have I'm getting I signed up to the affiliate link for this chair. So I won't say what chair it is until I get the link and I'm getting reviewed. But once I get the review, I'm going to talk about this chair every day on the stream, man. And I'm probably going to sell at least 20 of these chairs because these things are hot. Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for jumping on into the amazing, positive live stream. I felt great the whole entire time today. Some days you just feel amazing, right? Even though the price action wasn't amazing, we didn't hit our trades. It didn't go perfect. We're actually, underwater most of the trade. But we didn't get stopped out. We stayed in the trade somehow. I don't know how, by inches. And you know what? I'm just so grateful that I have this ability to stream every day. I'm grateful God gave me a voice. I'm grateful that you people showed up. I'm grateful for the super chats, and I'm so thankful for my right leg that I may get around on it. Everybody, thank you so much for a beautiful live stream. Thank you so much for coming with me every single day on this journey. I'll be back tomorrow. May God bless you. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great, baby.